So hey guys, so first let's check the. You can see we literally gap a lot higher, and if you see the economic calendar, so this week is a NFP week, and basically on NFP week, yeah, wow, so today this week is real landmine week. Okay, on NFP week we do trade on Monday, so yep, so today definitely gonna be trading. And you can see we gap higher a lot. So let's go to 1 minute chart and draw out the new week opening gap. Okay, so stop this and still got half an hour time to break. So we're gonna just paste the 30 minutes timer here. Okay, so let's see what you can get. Okay, this is the London session, and basically, yes. So the closing price here. Okay, opening price here. So this is 28th of July. So 28/7. And remember, I gotta lock this too. Okay, then we're gonna go back to 15-minute chart. So the trade I'm interested in today is to reach back into the CE of the lower of this new week opening gap. Okay, so that's basically it. And then you're gonna make it yellow color, shit yellow, and then you're gonna put 2. Okay, so and then we go lock it as well. So this is the new week opening gap, and yes, what do we see? Nasdaq also open higher above the new opening gap. Dollar also open higher. Okay, I mean it's at the moment looks pretty in symmetry if you ask me in the market. Okay, market looks pretty in symmetry. Dow. Nasdaq looks the most firm to the upside because you can see it didn't really reach back into the new opening gap when Dow reached into it, and S&P is the one in between. Okay, so here is the buy side, Asia buy side, and yeah, here we got a lot of fair value gaps. So we're gonna draw it like we have one fair value gap here. So we're gonna draw it and go down to the lower time frame chart to see what can we get here. Okay. Anyway, dollar is going up right now. So dollar going up means we probably will continue lower on uh S&P. So not the high of the end dog, but right now we may very much trade up into here also. Because let's say if we draw up here to down here, so no, this fair value gap is not this fair value gap. Okay, so from here to here, this fair value gap is not in the premium range. So basically, in premium, there's nothing to be reached. So I'm not really going to consider this CB as a premium one. Does it make sense? Because basically, if it's not in the premium, there's no reason for price to go up there. That means you can consider it just as a balanced price range by looking at here. Okay, That means this is a balanced price range. Why? Because we are not in premium and we have a BC to the side of it. So that means that it's a balanced price range, okay? Unless it's in a premium, then we can expect retracement up into it. Okay, but now it's not. So that's why we're not gonna expect any retracement. So right now it already retraced into the upper quadrant, and so we're gonna see as well. And basically if you see all the back and forth to the left, wow, all this back and forth here, right? It's literally, yeah, and if you go and you're gonna draw another one here. Sorry, you're gonna draw another one here. Here. Okay. So definitely things are looking really bearish and very nice. I like how we traded up into there. So we're just gonna go short. Why am I just gonna go short? Because we missed this entry. This is to me a very good entry. But just be patient, okay? Because on 15-minute chart you can see, boom, trade into here, trade into here. So here. So yes. Sorry. So what I'm gonna expect is this is gonna be a ITH. Okay. So stop loss. Just gonna pull above the order block. So these two is order block. Okay. And my TP target just gonna pull at the upper quadrant here. And let's do some measurement as well. Okay, so you can see the -5 level coincide with this upper quadrant. So upper quadrant is where? Upper quadrant is the lowest hanging fruit. So that will be where we are aiming for. And that is basically the next one is the -1 level. Then the next one is the okay, so -1.5 here, and next is -2 level, which is right below the C of the new opening range gap. So ultimately, the C of the new opening range gap is currently the draw. So at 410, so we are in the 410 macro right now. So let's just watch and see. And basically, that will be it. Later, we'll come back and check. Okay. Okay. So take profit $16. Yes, I'll be contented with that. So that's basically just 4.5 to 4.6 to 4.2. So 3 handles plus. Definitely very happy with that. So basically you can see we're in symmetry to the downside. And I know on the higher time frame chart, the daily chart, we can see that, on the daily chart, we can see we made a new high and we have this new opening gap. So it is, what's that called? It is reasonable to expect a retracement lower. And that is why, where is the retracement going to be? The C of the new opening gap. But first of all, before we reach there, here we got sell side, and here is the lowest hanging fruit, so I'm going to aim there. Okay, down very firm to downside. So go focus on this swing low. Okay, if price go through this swing low, then you will start seeing pulling. Okay, why I'm going to say again, if Nasdaq goes below this swing low here, okay, and you can see Dow went below it. Okay, so Dow is very firm below it. If Nasdaq or either S&P will go down to it, that will means really strong firmness, and we're gonna reach there. Okay, so that's about it. See you guys later. Okay. Now it's time for me to rest. Why do I not just put it at the right at the upper quadrant level or the C of the new opening gap? Why? The answer to you is that right now I want to practice consistency to profitability, and that's basically it. I take profit, then other than that, I just study. Okay, so that will be it, guys. So definitely in 5 minutes, you can see we traded into a CV. Let's lower, form a CV again, trace into it, and this is the 15-minute fair gap that's in the premium. Chase after we stop it, went lower, stop and going lower. And so the draw is this upper quadrant, a new opening gap. Yes, just a small scalp, just a small trade, and that will be it, guys. Okay, but ultimately the draw is actually this one. Okay, so let's say the negative one level will be the first level where you take profit. That would mean more than 5 handles, 6 handles. So yep, also very good, no problem. So yes, that will be it, guys. See you guys later. Okay. So CTC version fair up here. This one here, if you go down 5 minutes, you can see here, this one. Yes, came up here, rejected lower. Still say what? Patient enough, can wait for price in form of further gap and enter at here. So that could been a better entry. And yeah, right now we are consolidating, and I'll see what the AB lower prices is gonna be here. So that's it, guys. It might come here, it might come now. Yeah, 4:30 or like the move. Okay, so we shall see. Dow still really firm. So you're gonna see the same swing lows here. So you can see Nasdaq, Dow, and S&P is gonna be this one. So yeah, we're gonna see sell sides being engineered, and we're gonna see speed and distance. 3 more minutes. Yeah, 4:30. So let's just watch. Okay. So if Nasdaq continues to stay firm below, we're gonna see S&P staying going firm also. Okay. Basically, this is the ITL now, so my stop loss is gonna shift. And yes, we left this portion of the CP unfilled. That is telling me firmness. Okay, so stop loss, gonna just pull down. Okay, risk is reduced, and that will be, we shall see later. Oh, this is very typical London. During London, in my experience, like 4:30, it will start moving. So I'm gonna wait for that. And yeah, now I'm getting ready to go back to work. Break time's over. Okay, next time rejected there. Not really what I like to see. Dow still pretty firm. Viewers don't really like this rejection here. The draw is just the upper quadrant of the new week opening gap. And yes, that will be it. Just tiny scalp. Once again, attempting lower. Okay, rejected again at where? At this. So this is the opening price. Rejection, rejection, rejection so many times. 34.31. Okay, so yeah, we'll come and see later again. Now I'm gonna go back work. Okay guys, so let's do some review here, and basically yeah, so as you can see, it's a profitable trade. And why is that? So I already told you on the 15-minute chart. Okay, let's just pop out the trading. Okay, so this was the 315. This was within the 350 macro. Okay, so this is where I went short, and I already stated like, hello. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So basically, I already stated like why did price not is not going to reach up here, because from this dealing range that I measured, if you measure here, this dealing range, okay, maybe just now you guys cannot see, but now we'll make it clear. Okay, so I measured from here to here, and you can see this CB is inside the discount range. Okay, and in the premium we don't have any fair value gaps. So what is this basically saying? I'm basically having context that in premium we have nothing to reach for in premium. Not to say this BC here, but you see it's already a balanced price range here. So this CV is not expected to be filled, and that's why I say that this is a balanced price range, because it's right in the discount of part of the dealing range. And so I was seeing this 15-minute BC, and we went down to lower time frame, which you see 15 BC and this CB here is also balanced price range. Okay, so I entered short at 4664, so pretty low here, right? Okay, so because on the 5-minute chart, okay, so on the 5-minute chart, this is where I entered 4664. Okay, I entered short at 4664. Okay, so basically I entered short when this candle was still green, and because I was expecting this as a ITH. Okay, I was expecting this as a ITH, and yes, we basically formed a CV. No, yeah, so I entered at 4664. Yeah, so right here, and as you can see, this is indeed the ITH, never got rejected. And yes, because I missed this entry, okay, if price would have popped inside this CV here, I would have entered. Okay, so then the lowest hanging fruit was this 0 point, for this upper quadrant of the new week opening gap level. Okay, so this was the level I'm aiming for to take my profits, and as you can see, I took my profits off at 6442.75, and 6442.75 is basically and 6442.75 is basically where I exited. Okay, so just one tick above the upper quadrant of this new week opening gap, and then as you can see, we reached the -1 level here. And then we basically retrace up here, and then we continue lower, trading past it and reaching the lower quadrant and new opening gap right now. Okay, so let's see from where I entry to the CE of the new opening gap, which that was a draw. Okay, it's how many handles. So let's say you entered at where I entered here, or let's say you entered here, but then 6446 to 6437, so that's basically like 9. Four, 4, 6, 2, 3, 8. So there's 8 points. Yeah, so potentially got 8 points here. Okay, here you can see we have a displacement. Okay, so yeah, I entered at all this chop, but you can see, so where's my entry at? It's at 4 o'clock, so it's within the 315 macro. So in the macro doesn't mean you start spooling. Okay, the macro begins the move. Okay, it doesn't mean the price won't have to begin there. Okay, it just means that it is the beginning of the move. Okay, that means it will start doing things that you want to see. Okay, so here we consolidated, then we have a displacement. Remember, displacement is always where the fair value gap. When there's displacement, that is basically the best filter for a trade. Okay, so displacement, and you can see how fast we leave this fair value gap beautifully into the CE of it. So if I'm seeing this, I would have entered at here. Okay, inside this fair value gap, because I see this as a displacement. And if you see, Nasdaq also have the displacement, Dow also have the displacement. Okay, Dow also have the displacement. Okay, and it's all both below this swing low. Okay, see dollar also, so S&P is below this swing low, and dollar is going higher. So we are in symmetry, displacement, fair value gap. Boop, 6443, stop loss is going to be placed at up here, 6445, so just a 2-handle stop loss, and aiming for the CE of the new opening range gap. So 43 to 37, so 43 to 3, 433, and there's 6 points, so I will get my 5 points. Okay, so 43 to minus 5, 43 to 46, sorry, 43 to 36, that is 5 points. Okay, sorry, 43 to 38, that is 5 points. So where is the 38? So the 38 is right here. Okay, so it basically took like 6:30 here, 5:30, 6:30, so basically took the span of 1 hour time to give me that 5 points, and that's basically it. And right now we are bouncing around here, and we are more likely to feel the whole new opening gap. Okay, seeing how we just open up in such a big new week opening gap, the cat, seeing that we just open, how we open so high at the new week opening gap. So basically we shall see. Okay, so that will be it. And okay, and basically that's it. Okay.